Hey guys, I'm cmasupra and welcome to another Black Ops 2 multiplayer video. Now this is Domination. It is not kill confirmed, it's not TDM, which are the two that I play most frequently. It's Domination, and right off the bat here, I get killed because something you should do in Domination is always rush to the B flag at the beginning. One person or two people can stay behind and capture C, but everybody else should go and try to capture B because that's where most of the fighting is going to happen, and if you can hold B, you pretty much are going to win the map. Because if you have A and B, your opponent only has C, you will have 2 of the 3 points, and obviously you'll win that way. Also, if you control B, it is a lot harder for the opponents to take it back compared to you guys defending it, especially in this particular map, because B is way out in the open, and it is very easy to get killed while trying to capture B, as you can see here. Because the opponents actually took B from us because I got killed at the very beginning, which is just a result of me not seeing my opponent. And now that they have it, we have to try and get it back, and that makes it really hard to win. So this game actually goes down to the wire, as you can tell by the title, and we get within 1 point of each other. Each team gets within 1 point of each other. I'm not going to say who wins. I'm going to leave that till the end. But we get to 1 point of each other, so it is really down to the wire. And at the end of this video, I'm basically just throwing myself into the middle just to die and make sure my opponents know where B is. So here you can see, we weren't having much success getting B. I got 3 kills, 5 deaths, so I'm like, hey, let's go capture A. Doesn't exactly work out too well, but I tried, and that is what matters. We're actually getting dominated now. The opponents have A, B, and C, so that sucks for us, but at least we're capturing C. Big tip for all you Domination players, by the way, don't capture all 3 points like our opponents did here. They captured all 3, and now we have 2 of them. Don't ever capture all 3. The reason is, if you capture all 3 points, your opponents will spawn randomly around the map, like not even in a big group. Like you'll have one opponent at one end of the map, one opponent at the other end of the map entirely. They literally just spawn all over the map, and there is no way you can hold all 3 points at that point. Whereas if you have 2 of the points and your opponents have 1 point, you know exactly where your opponents are going to spawn, and you can hold them back at their spawn so that you can have A and B, or in this case, B and C. So our opponents made a big mistake there, and we now have 2 of the points, so that's a really big tip for any of you who play Domination. I don't know why people don't seem to understand that, but it is so crucial. I get so mad when our teammates capture all 3 points. Like here you can see, we don't have A, but I'm not going to try and capture it. Instead I'm just gonna kill enemies, because that's what you have to do. You don't go for A, or rather whatever the 3rd point is. So as you can see at the bottom left, we are actually losing right now. We have 52 points, the opponents have 63 now. And even though we have 2 flags, the opponents are still counting up 1 point at a time, every time the points update. And we get 2 points every time the points update. So, I guess the one exception to when you should capture all 3 flags is at the very end of a match when I guess you would say that your opponent is 1 point away from actually winning the game. That's when you need all 3 flags, because you can't afford for your opponent to get 1 more point. Even if they have 1 flag and you have 2, they will still get that 1 more point. That would really be the only exception to capturing, or the rule to not capture all 3 points. So my class setup, now that I'm done talking about all that, is the, oh gosh, what's that gun called? MSMC, there we go, with quick draw and fast mag. And I mentioned it before, I don't really like quick draw, but in this gun it seems to work well, just like on the AN-94. I don't know why, but these 2 guns it seems to work well. So I'm using it. For my grenades, which are not actually grenades in this case, I'm using C4 and a black cat, and only 1 black cat, not 2. Just because I don't have enough slots available in this class to have 2, because I have, what do I have? I have a perk 1, a perk 2, and a perk 3, but I also have a second perk 2. So I don't have any more room on this class. Here's the end of part 1 of the game. There's 2 parts in Domination games, so this is the first part, and there's the final kill KM at the end of the round. As you can see at the top, it's round ending kill KM. It's using the, I don't know what it's called, the, whatever the burst fire SMG is. I know some people do pretty well with that. Anyways, what I was going on with the grenades that are not grenades, they're C4 and Black Hat, is I was going to explain why I'm using both of those. So I put C4 on this particular class, and the reason is I wanted to test it out. That's why I put it on there. But after testing it out, I've come to see that it's actually kind of better than grenades. I mean, C4 explodes whenever you want it to. So if you want to throw it out and immediately explode, make it explode, you can. And there's nothing wrong with that, except you might kill yourself. It has pretty good range. It has a lot more range than it did in Black Ops 1, it seems. Either that, or I just sucked at using it in Black Ops 1, but I've done pretty well with it in Black Ops 2. As for the Black Hat, which is my special grenade, which is, in this case, like I said, for the 3rd time now, it's not actually a grenade. Instead, what it does is steals enemy equipment. And it only steals equipment like bouncing Bettys and shock charges and such. It doesn't steal like sentry guns. That would be kind of overpowered. But that's what it does. That C4 did nothing, but oh well. So yeah, I'm using the Black Hat to steal enemy equipment, which is really good in any game mode other than TDM and Kill Confirmed, and really just any game mode where there's an objective. And the reason for that is that basically whenever there's an objective, and your enemy's gonna try and go for it, obviously. And the way they go for it is to throw bouncing Bettys, throw shock charges, anything to make you easier to kill, and then they kill you, and then they bombard the objective. Like what they're doing in Domination here, or rather what we are doing in Domination here, because we don't have B right now. So, as you can see, I am actually using the Black Hat to quite good effectiveness in this game. You've seen me use it a few times. It's actually kind of surprising how many times you can kill, or rather steal, an enemy piece of equipment, like a bouncing Betty, and kill him with it. I mean, I've done it many times with this Black Hat. They happen to be sitting or camping next to a bouncing Betty that they set, and then I steal the bouncing Betty using my engineer perk, because that lets me see items through walls, and they all of a sudden, they don't realize it, but their bouncing Betty's coming up and blowing them up. So that is always awesome. It is very useful. So you saw I went and tried to capture C there. I guess I did. Considering we have A, I probably tried to capture C. And it didn't go so well. It doesn't seem to go very well very often, but it's worth doing at times in Domination because it distracts your opponent's team, not your team. It distracts your opponent's team and makes them go away from B and focus on killing you back at C in this case. C or A. And the advantage of that is your teammates will have less resistance at B and will hopefully be able to take it. And if you can take whatever outside point, A or C, and if you take B, then you're most likely going to win, as I've said multiple times in this video, I believe. Look at that knife. I don't know how I knifed that guy. I was standing when I knifed that guy. That normally doesn't happen. If you try to stand and or if you're standing and you try to knife someone who's prone, it normally doesn't work. Maybe it's just, well, I guess it's not true. Maybe it's just a Black Ops 2 thing, because I know in Black Ops 1, if you tried it, you wouldn't do very well. I've never actually done it in Black Ops 2, because not very many people go prone in Black Ops 2, it seems. It's kind of weird. I'm not used to that. People go prone a lot more often than the other Call of Duties. I knew these guys were coming here. I was so proud I killed them both, because I knew they were coming there. And then running forward, trying to capture this shock charge. I do capture it, and it does nothing. Nobody's here. That's fine. But I was proud of myself for killing those 2 guys. Anyways, there's 50 seconds left on the clock. We have 154 points. Our opponents have 163. We did manage to capture B, so we have A and B right now. Our opponents only have C, and this is a case where they have 1 more point taking up every time the points update, while we have 2. So even though we have both points, the opponents are still gaining points whenever the points update. So we have 164, they have 168. It's going to come very, very close. And now here I'm just kind of sitting. I want to make sure they don't flank us, but then I see a guy here at B, have to go kill him, kill the attacker. And now I'm just making sure that they can't get B, because we're not going to go like C. We have to do our best. 172 each. What's it going to come down to? 174 for us. We win by 1 point. Oh, that was a good game. I even said GG, which is not something I usually do when playing Black Ops 2. So, whenever I say it's a GG, you know it's a GG. Maybe it's just when you're playing it. Anyways, that's it for the video. So, some guy said he should go back to TDM. Oh well. 27-25, that's it for the video. I didn't get a spectacular KD or anything like that, but I did decently. So hope you all enjoyed the video. The bonus clip is a farting hunter-killer, and it's just because a sentry gun happened to be firing at the same time the hunter-killer was in the air. But I just thought it was funny, so I thought I'd show it to you guys. So hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys. Now this was a pretty epic game for me. I got close to a 3 KD, and somewhere in the last third of the video there's going to be an insane hunter-killer multi-kill. I killed more people than can show on the kill feed, so I don't know how many